Elaine. Today I'm going to be walking you through 7 major components to consider whenever buying a ukulele. I'll talk about multiple buying options for ukulele sizes, shapes, sounds, woods, tuning, brands, and prices. Make sure you check out the description box down below. I'll have plenty of links that go along with the ukuleles we talk about in this video. By the end of this video, you should hopefully have an idea of your ideal ukulele you'd like to buy. Before we get started, if you're new here and you love ukulele videos or songwriting videos or music theory videos, make sure you subscribe. First, let's learn about the 4 different ukulele types and sizes. There's a soprano ukulele, a concert ukulele, tenor ukulele, and baritone ukulele. The soprano ukulele is about 21 inches in length. The concert ukulele is about 23 inches in length. The tenor ukulele is about 26 inches in length. And the baritone is about 30 inches in length. Let's do a couple of comparisons. Here's the baritone and the tenor side by side. You can see that the baritone is just a little bit bigger than the tenor. Here's the baritone and concert ukulele side by side. And now the baritone and the soprano ukulele side by side, the biggest and the smallest. Now let's look at the tenor ukulele side by side with everything. So we have the tenor ukulele with the baritone ukulele and the tenor ukulele with the concert ukulele. Again, you can tell that the tenor is just a little bit bigger. You can mostly tell up here in the fretboard where it's quite a bit longer. And now the tenor ukulele with the soprano ukulele. And now let's look at the concert ukulele in comparison to all the others. So we have the concert ukulele and the baritone ukulele, the concert next to the tenor ukulele, and the concert next to the soprano ukulele. These are the 2 smallest, the soprano and the concert. Last but not least, let's look at the soprano ukulele in comparison to all the other sizes. So again, we have the soprano with the baritone, the smallest and the biggest, the soprano with the tenor, and the soprano with the concert, again, the 2 smallest ones. Which ukulele size is best for you? Well, if you're looking to buy a ukulele based on size and physical comfort alone, then I might suggest that the soprano and concert ukuleles, the 2 smallest ukuleles, might feel more comfortable for smaller hands, while the tenor and the baritone ukuleles, the 2 biggest ukuleles, might feel more comfortable for bigger hands. But I also believe that with enough time, dedication, and practice, that any size hands could fit comfortably on any size ukulele. For example, I have very tiny baby hands, and I can play any ukulele very comfortably. But I've also put in a lot of time, dedication, and practice. I do want to also quickly mention that there are 2 other types of ukuleles that are much more rare and less common, but still worth noting. There is a mini pocket-sized ukulele, which is also referred to as the sopranino. Then there's also a bass ukulele, which is rather new and typically electric. In addition to ukulele sizes, there are also multiple different ukulele shapes. The traditional ukulele shape and most common shape is the figure 8. All of these ukuleles are figure 8 shapes. The reason it's called a figure 8 shape is because it has the outline of the number 8. The second most common shape is the pineapple shape. There is also a rectangular cigar box shape. There are even boat paddle, banjo, and other various custom designed shapes. Which ukulele shape is best for you? Whether you decide to buy a pineapple shaped ukulele or a figure 8 ukulele, it won't have too much of a difference on physical comfort or the sound of the ukulele. Generally speaking, the best ukulele shape for you comes down to personal taste, both in how it feels for you personally and also based on what you find to be visually pleasing. Next, let's learn about the difference in sound between each of the different types of ukuleles. Generally speaking, the larger your ukulele is, the louder and deeper it's going to sound. And also, generally speaking, the smaller your ukulele is, the brighter and quieter it's going to sound. Let's listen to each ukulele type back to back to hear the difference in sound. Starting with the baritone ukulele, tenor, concert, and soprano. some finger picking instead of some strumming. Baritone. Tenor. Concert. And soprano. Another factor that can affect the sound is the wood quality, which I will talk about in a future section. So, which ukulele sound is best for you? When it comes to ukulele sound, you have to ask yourself, what do I prefer? A brighter, crisper sound, as we heard in the soprano ukulele and the concert ukulele, or a deeper, louder sound, as we heard in the tenor ukulele and baritone ukulele? You could try choosing a number on a scale from 1 to 4, with 1 being the crisper, brighter sound and 4 being the deeper, louder sound. Whichever number you choose, match it up with the following. 1 equals soprano ukulele, 2 equals concert, 3 tenor, and 4 baritone. Next, let's learn about 5 of the most common ukulele wood options: mahogany, koa, cedar, rosewood, and maple. Mahogany is one of the most common, if not the most common, woods used to make ukuleles. It has a very balanced sound between both the high treble notes and the low bass notes, giving it that classic ukulele sound that we all know and love. Both my soprano ukulele and my tenor ukulele are made out of mahogany wood. Koa is another popular wood. It has a sweet, mellow sound along with beautiful and unique wood grain patterns. The front part of my concert ukulele is made out of koa wood. In Hawaii, koa is considered to be the ideal wood for ukuleles, although it is one of the more expensive options. Spruce has a brighter, crisper sound with a great bass response. It's known to be popular amongst dynamic strummers. Spruce is also one of the more affordable ukulele wood options and can be recognized by its pale yellow color. Maple has a very distinct treble sound and is known to be extremely durable. You can find variations of maple such as spalted, curly, flamed, quilted, and burl. Rosewood has a bright sound with defined highs and lows and is one of the most recognized woods in the world. It's commonly used to make the fretboard section of the ukulele. In fact, my concert ukulele has a rosewood fretboard. There are, of course, other wood options such as cedar, mango, bamboo, myrtle, and more. But for time's sake, I only wanted to touch upon the 5 that I just mentioned. Did you know that a lot of ukuleles are made out of multiple types of woods? For example, a ukulele could have a cedar top, mahogany sides, and a rosewood fretboard. Another thing to consider when thinking about wood is whether you would like a solid wood top or a laminate wood top. Laminate tops are known to be very durable and quite a bit less expensive due to the fact that it's a bunch of layers on top of one another. That being said, laminate wood is often recommended to children due to the fact that it's a little bit easier to clean, maintain, and even replace if needed. On the other hand, solid wood can tend to be on the more expensive side, but it's known for its unbeatable sound. And it's also acknowledged for having an incomparable richness of tone. Solid wood tops are built to last, and if taken care of properly, can develop an even richer and more resonant tone the more it's played over a long period of time. So which ukulele wood option is best for you? Because each type of wood has its own set of benefits as well as its own unique look, it honestly just comes down to which look you prefer and which sound you prefer, as well as what your budget is. Next, let's learn about the difference in tuning. The soprano ukulele is tuned to G, C, E, A. The concert ukulele is also tuned to G, C, E, A. And the tenor ukulele is also tuned to G, C, E, A. The baritone ukulele is tuned differently than all of the others. It's tuned to D, G, B, E. If you're a guitar player, you might have noticed that those strings are tuned the exact same as the last 4 strings of a guitar. Which ukulele tuning is best for you? Maybe consider the reason why you're learning ukulele. If you're learning the ukulele as a way to transition into guitar, the baritone would be so perfect considering that it's tuned like a guitar. But if you plan on sticking with the ukulele more permanently, then I would maybe go with the soprano, concert, or tenor. That way you have that classic ukulele tuning. Now let's talk about ukulele brands. Because there are so many ukulele brands out there, I'm just going to mention some of the top selling ones. Kala is one of the best selling ukulele brands on the market. Luna makes a variety of uniquely designed ukuleles. Oscar Schmidt is a top quality brand with low affordable prices. My concert ukulele is an Oscar Schmidt, and it is by far my favorite ukulele I've ever played. I recently went to the world's largest music gear convention. They had unending amounts of ukuleles. I played every single one of them, and when I came back to this one, it was by far my favorite. I was even ready to invest in a new ukulele just because I wanted to see if there was anything better out there than this. Side note, this is not sponsored, this is not paid. I've never even spoken with anyone from Oscar Schmidt, but I just have to say that this has been my favorite, and I will link it down below in the description box. Lanakai is a brand located in Hawaii where the ukulele originated. Mahalo is widely known for their affordable beginner ukuleles. Cordoba prides themselves on the high skill of their luthiers. And last but not least, Martin handcrafts their ukuleles with the highest of standards. While it is helpful to educate ourselves on top leading brands that sell ukuleles, it's also important to note that we don't have to buy a ukulele by one of the top brands. For example, I bought my ukuleles based purely off of reviews I read online, whether I had ever heard about the brand or not. Take my soprano ukulele, for example, as well as my tenor ukulele, as well as my baritone ukulele. I didn't even mention the brands Mackinac or Mitchell, but these had great reviews and great prices, and I liked how they sounded, so I got them. Plus it helps that I know that I can send them back if I don't like them and get a new one. My point is that I told you guys the top selling brands. 3 out of 4 of my ukuleles aren't from those top selling brands, and I'm completely satisfied with them. Which ukulele brand is best for you? If you're just starting out with ukulele and you aren't sure if you want to stick with it long term or permanently, then maybe go with one of the more affordable brands such as Mahalo or Kala. If you're fairly confident that you would like to stick with the ukulele long term or permanently, but you aren't quite ready to shell out a large investment, then I would suggest going with the Oscar Schmidt. If you strongly desire a more unique or personalized look on your ukulele, then I would suggest checking out the Luna brand. Last, if you've been playing ukulele for quite a while and you're ready to invest in something of higher quality, then I would definitely recommend checking out the Martin ukuleles. Again, I'm gonna have links to all of these suggestions in the description box down below. And now for the last part of this ukulele buying guide, price comparisons. We'll talk about cheap toy ukuleles, budget ukuleles, beginner ukuleles, mid-level ukuleles, and high-end ukuleles. You can expect cheap toy ukuleles to be about $25 and under. Budget ukuleles tend to run from $25 to $75. Beginner ukuleles can be found from $75 to $200. Mid-level ukuleles are typically $200 to $600, and high-end ukuleles can go anywhere from $600 and up. Which ukulele pricing is best for you? When it comes to ukulele pricing, honestly, it's just about whatever your budget is. I will tell you that buying cheap or toy ukuleles is almost never worth it. The main reason why is that they will constantly fall out of tune. You'll spend about 90% of the time with your toy ukulele tuning it, and the other 10% trying to play it but listening to it go out of tune. Budget ukuleles or beginner ukuleles are an excellent choice for anybody who's just starting out with the ukulele and wants to get a feel for it. And mid-level to high-end ukuleles are wonderful for anybody looking to invest in something that will last them for many years to come. I hope this helps you make an educated and confident decision in buying your ukulele, whether it's your first time or your second time or third or fourth. And again, I'll post tons of links down below that will help you go to the next step in buying your ideal ukulele. Until next time, good night! Generally speaking, the larger your ukulele, generally speaking, the larger your why? Generally speaking, the larger your ukulele. Wow, that is very hard. Generally speaking, the larger your ukulele is, the more volume and note. Generally speaking, the bigger your volume is. Generally speaking, the larger your ukulele. This is so sad.